Hello, you may be wondering why I'm looking quite so deathly pale today, and the reason for that is I'm getting my hair and makeup done by the Vanity Box. We're here at their studio, and it's just a beautiful 50s kitchen. It just looks wonderful. I'll stop talking now, and the girls can come in and hopefully put something on this. This is Sadie Doherty for the Vintage News. Hello, I just want to welcome Verity to the Vintage News. Could you tell me a bit about how you got into vintage styling?
How I got into vintage styling? I started off, I've got 12 years experience in hair, and the vintage side was always something that I just loved really. Started off as a child watching films, and I couldn't really understand why life wasn't like that now.
I think a lot of people get into vintage for that reason.
Yeah, I didn't understand why it wasn't like that really. So I grew up and got into like a few different other music and things, but I always dressed vintage inspired, let's say.
Yeah.
But I never knew that there was people that did it now. You know, it's one of those things that I suppose you don't know until someone sort of shows you. Yeah. And a lot of our friends have grown up into the scene, where their parents have been into it and so on. But I think actually it was a joy learning about it and getting to know and finding out more and more about it. And it just literally, I was just loving it more and more the more it went on.
Yeah. So is the 50s your sort of chosen era, or do you...
Yeah, I'm definitely into quite a mix of things. I like anything from sort of 20s to very, very early 60s, what most people would class as 50s really.
Yeah. I'm now here with Gemma, who's doing my makeup. How's your day so far?
Very good.
Good. Could you tell me a little bit about the Vanity Box and how you got started?
Yeah, sure. The Vanity Box was kind of born from a shared love of the glamour of the makeup and the hairstyles of bygone eras, really. Verity and I both love the old movies, grew up in a time where they still showed those in our school holidays, so those were our kind of growing up influences. We provide a service to women and gentlemen where we can reproduce their favourite looks from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever. We have a particular love of the 40s and 50s ourselves. That's our personal style and our personal love. But you can kind of find us at vintage events, festivals, weekenders, lots and lots of weddings. Of course, vintage glamour has a really big crossover in weddings because the look is so classic.
Yeah.
It's so glamorous.
Are your favourite looks to do the sort of thing that you personally would wear every day, or do you like really dramatic looks to do for people?
We like a bit of both, and the jobs we get are so varying. You get it on a sliding scale. You get from the most simple, just want a flick and a red lip, to a really full-on 60s like op art kind of face look. You know, it really depends on the job. But I personally really love doing 20s and 30s because it's so dramatic.
Yes.
And it's a good challenge. But our own style is more 40s, 50s, early 60s. So we really enjoy doing that. And people love the way they look when you finish styling them in that way because it is really beautiful and it suits everybody. Whatever size, shape, colour you are, it's a glamorous look. I think a part of what, certainly how we engage with films and stars and looks of and fashions of that period is because there's such a lot of difference. And I don't mean between decades because of course it's natural that fashion changes. But the icons of each different period have got such different looks that their faces are really interesting. You get really handsome faces like Ava Gardner and then you get really unusual faces in the 60s like Penelope Tree and I think that's probably what's missing from today's glamour. It's quite homogenised look.
So Verity, apart from the private appointments where people can get their hair and makeup done, what else does the Vanity Box offer?
Obviously, we offer the hair and the makeup. We offer private lessons, classes. We do a lot of hen parties and things like that, so that offers with the classes. We do a personal styling, which is an afternoon where we go out and help you find, if you're having, like, say, an event or a birthday party, you're coming to have your hair and makeup done, we can help you find a dress, bits for the party from sort of vintage shops and stuff like that, if you're looking for crockery and things like that.
Okay.
Lots of sort of things, really. Anything that's going to tie in with your look or within what we're doing.
So you can get the entire look sort
Can
of
get
in one
the entire
afternoon?
look, yes.
So what have been some of your favourite events that you've worked
Some of
for?
our favourite events. We did a West End show a little while ago, which was really good fun, that was set up like a 50s TV show.
Oh wow.
But the audience was actually what would have been the sort of the audience.
The TV audience?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was really good fun, just because the actual stuff's always really good fun. It's always very over the top and very silly, and, you know, yeah, that was really good fun. We did a really good shoot a little while ago with Vivian Holloway, who, you know, we've watched over the years her company get bigger and bigger and bigger, and she's worked for some really good people, and that was really good fun because we did a picnic shoot, and afterwards we got to eat the picnic, which is always good.
So Verity, could you tell us about a few of the other companies you've worked with?
Yeah, we've been really lucky to work with some really amazing people. Vivian Holloway, Bernie Dexter, Bettina Scarlett, Lady K Loves, Outer Limits, Bubblegum Vegas. Heyday as well is another one. It's really good because they've been really quite varied. We've got to work with a lot of people with lots of different styles, and yeah.
So is that mainly just for photo shoots, or is it fashion shows, or?
Yeah, Bettina Scarlett put on the New Look fashion show, which we did quite recently, with quite a few people I've just mentioned actually were involved in that. But yeah, fashion shows, film work, some of it's been TV work, all kinds of things really, yeah.
So with all the photo shoots that you work on, are they simple, straightforward 40s and 50s style shoots, or do you go for more theatrical themes sometimes?
We do all different sorts of photo shoots. You never really know what's going to come in next, really. We did a really interesting one the other day, which was really good fun, which was the Hidden Heart Academy, which is actually Candy Kiss's burlesque academy.
Okay.
And worked a lot with all her sort of proteges and some really, really amazing girls. And it was really good because each girl went something really, really different. A different theme to kind of the shoot, a different angle they wanted to go down. So that was really interesting doing all the hair and makeup for that, because it was just so many different things in one day, which is always really good fun.
So you're sort of creating a character rather than just doing sort of the makeup for that person.
Yeah, that's it. We had, you know, one girl that was quite soft spoken, and she wanted to do a really sort of like big, full on, like really strong woman shoot, which was great fun, doing like the really, you know, the strong cheekbones and the, you know, the darker lip than she would normally take, and some pretty wild hair. But yeah, it was really good fun. I love it.
So if people want to work with you or just find out more about the Vanity Box, where can they find out?
You can find us on our website, which is www.thevanitybox.co.uk, or you can find us on Facebook, which is Facebook/The Vanity Box page, or you can find our fan page, which is exactly the same but fan page.
Okay, are you also on Twitter?
We are on Twitter. It is _Vanity_Box.
Okay, well thank you very much to Verity and Gemma of the Vanity Box for doing my hair and makeup so beautifully, and I'm sure we'll see you again around on the vintage scene very soon, and once again thank you.